Okay, Dr. Mealy, you're ready?
I am.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special edition ATTC iTraining for March, hosted by the ATTC Network Coordinating Office. Today's webinar is titled, What's New in the DSM-5 and the ASAM Criteria, Implications in an Era of Health Reform. And we're very pleased to have Dr. Mealy, Chief Editor of the ASAM Criteria, presenting for us today. I'll tell you a little more about Dr. Mealy just a bit later. First, I want to remind you that this will be a 2-hour webinar as opposed to our usual hour-and-a-half iTraining. And before we begin the presentation, I'm going to review how to use the GoToWebinar toolbar. During today's webinar, all participants will be muted, whether you've chosen to listen to the webinar through your audio conference line or through your computer speakers. And if you've chosen to listen via your computer speakers, please make sure that they are turned on and up. And if you've chosen to listen via your telephone, you'll find the conference line information on your own GoToWebinar toolbar. During the webinar, if you have a question for our presenter as we move through the presentation, we ask that you use the questions feature on the GoToWebinar toolbar. Simply type in your question and hit send. We will break for questions sometime during Dr. Mealy's presentation and then again after the presentation. You can also collapse or expand your GoToWebinar toolbar simply by clicking the small red arrow on the left of the toolbar, and you can see that it's now collapsed. And last, if you notice that your viewer doesn't fit your entire screen, you can expand it by clicking the expand button located in the top right corner, indicated there by the red arrow. Okay, a recording of today's webinar along with Dr. Mealy's PowerPoint slides will be made available at www.attcnetwork.org/iTrainings. I'll give you that again at the end of today's webinar. They'll be available approximately a week from today, hopefully sooner. You can also find the recordings and PowerPoint slides from all of our past iTrainings at that same URL. And 2.0